Hello everyone, today in this video we'll fight against the atmosphere of our world around us, and this time I have to start as follows. Finally it happened that French government, after getting from their intelligence service about 80 pages long report about infiltration of structures of France by Muslim Brotherhood, finally they had to stop pretending that there is no elephant in the room. And this elephant is nothing more than foreign organizations getting money from external sources like Gulf countries, but not only, and they are actually shaping the modern France according to their fashion. But this is not in agreement with French national interests. And they are radicalizing young people more and more. And the funny thing is that finally government published part of this report showing that there is a problem among immigrants who were supposed to come to France. Like at the end of the 60s it was said, come to France, became French, uh, correct French economy, later correct demography and correct everything and create paradise without nationalism, without problems we know from the past, simply paradise, prosperity and so on. As I said once, a recently published paper in Antwerpen in Belgium showed that even the immigrants from the country that are close to us culturally, so the ones who are prone to assimilation, cost more than they really produce. So why were these immigrants, like in France, taken? Because the big companies wanted to have cheap labor force, not integrated within the society, so first generation or not so much integrated, to exploit them and to have a lot of profits. Because in terms of profits, owners of big companies are very greedy and they are very much defending private ownership and freedom. But in terms of cost, they want to socialize the cost. They want to make them common with the entire society. Cost of generating profits, I mean. That is why now these costs are so severe after 4 or 5 decades of such policy of taking immigrants wheresoever from, that this report shows that France is completely infiltrated by foreign forces. And I'm afraid that this report, with its classified or disclassified fragments, it's only a tip of the iceberg of French problems. And if some spectators of my channel remember, I think they do, I was telling that France is about to have a civil war really soon on the basis of religion between Muslims, leftists, and some Catholic Christians, mainly defending their residual traditions. So 16th century reloaded. Of course, in this report, I don't know, because I don't know the classified fragments. Maybe authors of these reports mention it, that it made government react. But knowing French, they will establish another office with many officials to fight Islamism, radicalism, but nothing will be done in practice. So only bureaucracy will grow and it will generate costs. So it will foster the collapse of Fifth French Republic. What will come next? We don't know, but for sure it will be really energetic, it will be really interesting and seemingly bloody. This is the consequence of a connection between left ideology and money. Who is the main advocate for not acting against the radical Islamists? Of course, my favorite in quotation, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, and his leftist Trotskyist party. He accuses everyone of Islamophobia. We may think, why leftists are supporting in France Islamists? Because they are their hostages. 70% of French citizens who declare themselves as Muslims vote only for the party, Trotsky's party of Mr. Jean-Luc Mélenchon. And Mr. Mélenchon is cynical enough that for keeping the power, he will defend anything, including the most radical organizations that are doing bad to people. I say people because Muslims and non-Muslims either, because they are his voters and supporters and many party members. That's why we see that alliance between left and radicals always act against more moderate governments. The same happened in Iran in 79 when Shah was overthrown, the last Shah was overthrown, Reza Pahlavi, by the same alliance of Islamist clerics and commies. Will we have similar scenario in France? And later, Sixth Republic will be Islamist Theocratic Republic? Maybe. We will see. We live in a very interesting times. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.